People wait and they get sicker, and then it costs us more to treat them.
There's not enough public money that's going into this illness. And given that it's an illness that per capita is killing more people than any other mental illness, why are we, it seems like, the last on the burner to get any access?
When you look at other illnesses like obesity or diabetes that receive a great deal of attention, almost twice as many adolescent girls are impacted by eating disorders as are living with obesity or living with diabetes, and yet receive only a tiny fraction of funding to address these issues. They need to find the funds to provide across the board for people so that they can access the service, so that they can get out of the hole that they're in, so that they can be fully functioning.
That if we help people get treated and get the help that they need, we can put them back into the workforce, back into school, back to be contributing members.
There needs to be funding for a wider variety of treatment centers to be open. There needs to be funding for people to be able to stay in treatment longer or go back to treatment, or have resources in their homes and in their communities that don't mean that they're pulling away from the things that actually might be meaningful for them.
There's no way we are able to do that with the present resource allocations we have, with the budget envelopes that we have, and with the services that we have.
Couldn't get the care she needed in the public healthcare system.
Two-tier system for people with mental health generally, but particularly with people with eating disorders.
Depending on where you live in Canada and how much money you have, your chances of recovery are really different. So if you have the resources and can afford it, you can receive private treatment and you can recover fully. If you don't have the resources, you may be on a wait list. You may not get the care and attention that you require.
I know what it's like to see your child wither away and to try and get help for them. I know what it's like to try and get how financially the hardship can be in terms of trying to get private care because we couldn't get the care she needed in the public health care system.
With not having the interprovincial agreements, it's tricky to cross borders to join our program. And unfortunately, some participants have had to pay out of pocket, just not being able to secure funding within their own provincial continuum of care.
And again, this is an area where people with eating disorders are badly discriminated against. Most of the care that's provided actually is not funded by the public purse. There is a two-tier system for people with mental health generally, but particularly with people with eating disorders.
If we have room and we have someone that has a need and it's the kind of treatment that they prefer, we need to find a way to make that work. It's simply heartbreaking to turn people away.
This is un-Canadian. We don't believe that people's right to live should be based on how much money they have, and yet this is the situation in Canada.
And access to publicly funded care is dramatically insufficient. It's a national disgrace.
This is an emergency.
Why are eating disorders been left behind?
We have to take action.
I guess I would like to know, why are eating disorders been left behind? Why are they not a priority for federal and provincial governments? Because they need to be.
It's not getting better. Whether you think it's getting worse or staying the same, neither is good enough. This is an emergency. We have to take action. If we don't take action, more and more people are going to suffer. More and more people are going to give up hope.
We have done reports over and over and over again. Every so often the new political cry is, let's do another report, let's do another investigation. We've got enough information. Let's action some of those things.
And I know politicians have many groups come to them, but I guess I'm asking, at what point does eating disorders and the many Canadians suffer across our country become a priority?